Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome back to Shangri-La Frontier episode 2. Episode 2 in which this story will probably get started, because the first episode was mostly just an introduction to the character, an introduction to the world, an introduction to the premise, and now whatever story there might be, I'm still unsure what's it gonna be exactly, will begin. What happened in the previous episode, all in all? Well, our main character, Rakuro Hizutome, I'm gonna have to be using my little thingamajig to the side until I remember all of the names. He likes playing garbage games, ksoge, because the full dive technology is new, so of course people, studios, publishers, whatever there might be, want to really emphasize on it. So they are releasing whatever, if only it is the as long as it's full dive. Just like in our world, we have plenty of garbage VR games for people, because people decided to emphasize on the Quest and the Valve Index and whatnot. We have plenty of garbage, NFT games, because people wanted to emphasize on that, etc, etc. So it's very true to life. I like it. I like that the premise is very true to life. And now, as a palate cleanser, after beating the worst of the worst, as a palate cleanser and a little bit as a treat, and a little bit because he was convinced to do that by Mana Iwamaki, the owner of the game's store. He's gonna play a good game, a god game, if you will, named Shangri-La Frontier. And his skills from those garbage games are gonna come in useful, because if he's able to defeat a final boss in a garbage game where the hitboxes are weird, the balance is whack, the controls are garbage and whatnot, then in a game where that is balanced, that has proper hitboxes, that has good controls, he's gonna be nothing short of a god. So again, I really like this premise. And he's going full let me solo her. From what I hear, actually, let me solo her, the guy who beats Malenia, whatever, with just a mask and dual-wielded swords, got the idea from Shangri-La Frontier. So, chicken and egg, essentially. But again, I really like that it's a character who does something interesting, going full offense, going full glass cannon build, not having, magic shield in one hand and the god-slaying sword in the other, or what have you, not really min-maxing, but rather going for a ultimately fun build. So again, I really like it. There is, of course, also the plot of his friend. I mean, do they even know each other, or is she just a stalker? Because that's not clear entirely. There's a girl who is in love with him, or at least has a crush, but is way too shy to talk to him. And something tells me they're going to meet within Shangri-La, and something tells me the heavy armored knight we've seen at the end of the previous episode is going to be her. I don't know, just a hunch. So I guess that sums it up. What do I expect from today's episode? A fight with the snake, or whatever it was, that is protecting the bridge? Or did it happen already? I can't remember, I'm gonna be honest with you, whether it happened or not. If it didn't happen, I expect that. If it happened, then I expect something else. What do I expect exactly? Probably meeting with the knight, probably slowly building a little bit of a team, maybe even. We'll see about that. Maybe he's gonna be a solo player. Maybe he's gonna have a team. That all remains to be seen in this episode. So how about we watch it, right? To do that, you'll of course need your subs to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on. Not my headphones, unfortunately. Rather my Galaxy Buds. I had my ear re-pierced and I can't touch it for a while. And it always feels weird speaking with earphones in, so if I sound too loud or too quiet, or if my voice sounds weird, that's because I can't hear it well. So we're gonna have to deal with it for a couple of weeks at least. I think a couple of weeks is gonna be enough. I'm not gonna keep this up for like 2 months that they told me to. Maybe I'm gonna regret it, maybe I won't. We'll see. And of course, I'm gonna need you to ask you for your support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs nothing, helps a lot. And with all of that out of the way, we can start watching episode 2 of Shangri-La Frontier in 3, 2, 1, go. Firstia. Oh, so the knight is in Firstia, and our main character is in Secondia? Something like that. Yeah, she's absolutely looking for Rakuro. Yep. Okay, so there's not even gonna be any mystery. We just straight up reveal that it's her, and she's looking for Rakuro. Oh, that's a very nice place. The opening is amazing. Yep, I love this opening. I've only seen it once, and it's already the opening of the season to me. I'm gonna have to find the whole song and just listen to it in its entirety, because it's great. The music, the visuals. This chorus is great. Da 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 da. Okay, let's go. A peculiar one. Okay, so the fight with the snake hasn't happened yet. That's good. Yep. Like every good Souls player. Okay. You didn't need to go this far with the animation. I think it's actually animated on once. At least the initial onslaught. Also, I love the camera angles. Well, shit. Yeah. Weapon durability matters. Stab instead of slashing. Poison. Yeah, you didn't learn all of the moves. A rookie mistake. Yep, it's dots. Do the dots go away if you eliminate the source of them? That's a question. Yep. Probably ice. Or yeah, stabbing attack. Okay, that's actually a cool mechanic. You use a special skill to create your own weak spot. And there's a stamina system. This is just Dark Souls MMO. First death, or a chance to strike from within, or a recovery. That also works. They're really going hard with the animation. There we go, that's a crit. Okay, first big fight this season, and it's already going balls to the wall. I can only imagine what other fights they're gonna be. Crafting materials. Yep, the dots are still working. Of course. I like how all of those things are an actual, like, consideration. Ah, you're gonna be able to get a virtual wife. Yep. Okay, well, that's one way to get someone to call you by your given name. Just use your given name as a nickname. Yeah, it's a player. You don't want PvP. Yep. Okay, thanks for the pointer. Give him an antidote or something. There has to be some player trading. Okay. Hey, so it's an actual thing. He's not, unique. He's not the chosen one. That's good. That's great. I was afraid that it's gonna be essentially like SAO, where he discovered some way to play the system and, use a build that nobody ever uses, but it turns out to be the strongest build ever. Safe. Okay. Stat reduction. That's not that bad of a penalty. I was expecting, like, dropping your items or something. Yeah. And back to the game. Okay. Secondia. Secondia is the name of the city. You have your red daggers. It is. It kinda is a meme build. Is the cheapest item... Oh. I thought the cheapest item is gonna be that tattoo that he's gonna have. Oh, maybe not. Very basic items, yeah. Maybe crafting is the name of the game. Maybe crafted weapons are the strongest. Yep, crafting. Thardrema. Okay. What's the fourth city gonna be named? Fourth borough? Probably something like that. Look for ore veins, maybe? Is it an elite monster because of the pink outline? Okay, you can throw your weapons. That's cool. You don't necessarily need anything ranged. Stabbing should work. Yep. Yeah, movement speed debuff. That was easy. I was expecting the frog to actually turn out to be a strong monster. Okay, that's cool. Summer break is starting. So I guess that means we're not gonna have many like scenes in the real world, like going to school and whatnot. Okay, an upgraded dagger. One piece of ore can give you 2 daggers. That's interesting. They sound heavy. They sound solid. Yeah. Yeah, +1, +2, +3. Maybe inserting some runes or something if you get a rune slot. Oh, it's not a player. I thought it's gonna be a player who has a blacksmith profession or something. Why? Okay. Monsters are getting harder at night. That's cool. So let's hunt some harder monsters. Yep. Probably better loot, more XP. Exactly. Okay, the snake has respawned. Well, that's a skill. Easy. If it's him, then very much so, yes. Exactly. Fighting some red caps. Yeah, night monsters are strong, aren't they? Yep, it's a red cap. Probably an elite. Or just a stronger variant of a goblin. Summons adds. Yep. That's the worst indeed. Heavy Knight Ex Machina? Yeah! Who the fuck is running away? Not me. Okay. The beat's coming in. Okay, what was that? A wizard attack? Or an even stronger monster? An even stronger monster. Okay. What's that? Dark Wolf or something? An area boss, probably. Unique, okay. So a world boss. Kinda, sorta. You probably need at least a team, if not a raid group, for it. Okay, we still have a little bit of time, I guess. Oh, something fucky-wacky going on the Shangri-La servers? Okay. If this works the way I think it works, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool because it means that the story of the game progresses only as players dispatch unique monsters. And we have a hook for the story, dispatching unique monsters to obtain unique loot and to progress the story of the game. And it's also great as a game mechanic. Okay. Okay. Yep. I'm really enjoying myself. Let's hear the ending. Why not? Great animation, great art, great music. What more do you want? Right? Okay, we get more minis. I thought it's something that was just in the first episode because it bundled in some minis that run as a promo material or something, but no, it seems to be something that's here for every episode. That's a nice beat. No, just an AFKing player. Okay, that's the end of the episode. Okay. I am really enjoying myself thoroughly with this series. It's great. It's great. So let's watch it again, shall we? Yes, we shall. I really thought that it's going to be some sort of a mystery who this White Knight is. That, oh, it might be the girl who. Okay, it's the name Rei Saiga that I have in my little thing here to the side. Her name as a person, or is it her name as a character? Because I don't know, probably as a person. So I'm gonna call her Rei. I really thought it's gonna be some sort of a mystery, right? Is she Rei? Is she not Rei? Is it someone else entirely? Who is it? I thought that the character of this knight is either gonna be silent, or is gonna have perhaps a male voice, and later it's gonna be revealed that it's Rei using voice changer, or because she picked her gender in the game to be male, then her voice is automatically modulated, or something like that. I really expected it to be some sort of a mystery, and but no, it just gets revealed right from the get-go that it's her, and that she's waiting for Hizutome in Firstia, and she apparently lives in a classical, so to speak, Japanese house. She's some sort of a, I don't know, Ojo-sama or some kind of a stereotype along those ways, because you don't usually see, or rather, usually when you see a character who lives in a house this style with the bamboo swing thing with tatami mats on the floor with this style of windows and whatnot, they're usually either yakuza or they are some sort of an ojo-sama, or they are from a priest family and she's a miko. Those are the only three choices there are if she lives here, since she lives here. So I wonder which is it. Actually, let me note it down. Why not? Shangri-La. Wherefore art thou, Shangri-La? Helk, undead girl murder farce, Frieren, Shangri-La. There we go. Kwon Amane. Her name is Kwon Amane, isn't it? Yeah, so is Rei her name in the game, or is it a completely different character and I'm tripping balls right now? I don't know. I'm just gonna say the girl with a crush on MC is Miko slash Ojo Sama slash Yakuza. Or her family is, rather. Because I took my notes in a very interesting way. Kwon Amane plays Shangri-La. Redhead Girl plays the game to get close to Rakuro. Redhead is the Heavy Knight. Who the fuck is the Redhead? Who the fuck is the Kwon Amane? I don't know, man. It's always confusing when character has an in-game name and an in-world name. We'll manage. The opening is great. I love the art of it. I love the animation of it. I love the visuals and some amazing music. Some really great music. I wish it stayed heavy all the way through instead of going for that like light J-rock or heavy J-pop or whatever you want to call it at some point. But oh well, you can't expect too much. Area boss, Ravenous Python. I really like the camera angle when the camera angle is placed behind Rakuro and you see his legs stretch towards the camera. It gives such a great effect of speed, of actually like rushing forward. Right? Yeah, it's animated on twos. Let's watch your patterns. Yep. There was that one moment during the combat, the onslaught of attacks that I think was animated on once. This was animated on once. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yep. It's animated on once because you wouldn't be able to make animation this fast and this smooth on twos. Now this is on twos because it's mostly just a static placement. I really like the camera angles. The camera is set up super low. The camera is set up super low and it really gives you that illusion of, I don't know, not even of size as well, but that illusion of, I don't know, grandeur, illusion of importance, right? As if you were looking up at some ancient monument, you know? So, something along those lines. Camera really matters. I especially love those shots where, again, the legs are stretching towards the camera. This is great. Amazing animation, amazing art. I love pretty much everything about this series so far. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching Frieren this season. I enjoyed watching Shy. I enjoyed, well, kind of sort of Shield Hero and whatchamacallit, and Saihaten of Aladdin. Sure, those were enjoyable series. But this one I'm just plain having fun with, you know? Because it's one thing when you find something enjoyable and you like it. It's a different thing when you're just having fun, when you're just being excited, right? I feel like I'm in the game, and I wish I was in the game because the game looks just amazing. Oh no, lower temperature. There we go. Yeah. Again, my ring light is broken, so I have to sometimes adjust my temperature with the camera settings. Screw Pierce, not gonna be as easy because you didn't learn about all of its attacks. Damage every second. Thankfully, it's just a single point of damage. In general, the stats, or the HP at least, seems very low, you know? Very often in MMOs especially, you start out with like 1000 HP, and by the time you reach the end game you have like 5 million HP, but the bosses have 17 health bars, 7 million HP each, or, you know, it really scales into ridiculousness. It's cool that this stays a little bit more restrained. It's cool. Now, sure, it's done so that it fits on the UI and you can see it easily, but there's also the effect of just that thoughtfulness put into the design of the game. Right? Where they don't just throw the numbers at the game to balance it, but rather it seems balanced from the get-go, if that makes any sense. A reliable way to land criticals. Yep. The only crit could be on the head, but it's not gonna be easy. Thankfully, Screw Pierce can apparently create a crit point. It can create a wound. Defensive properties of a wound section change, allowing criticals to trigger there. That's just a great game design. That's just an amazing game design. You use a specific skill, or perhaps use a specific item, or something along those lines, to create your own weak point on the enemy. And then you attack that weak point as if it was a normal weak point. That's cool. I wonder if there are actually any games that would utilize it. The only thing that comes to mind that might possibly utilize something like that would be Monster Hunter, but I haven't played Monster Hunter, so I don't know, really. But if you played Monster Hunter, tell me if it's an actual mechanic, because it sounds like something from a Monster Hunter. Man, now I want to make a game. Now I want to make a game that would utilize this mechanic and perhaps have some bosses that don't have any weak points, so you have to use this mechanic. Also, kinda reminds me of Warframe. There are some frame abilities that actually do create weak spots on enemies, and you can shoot them and it's treated like a headshot. So I guess there's at least one game that utilizes something similar. Stamina, this is just Dark Souls, but an MMO. And with abilities. The fact that there is no health bar for the enemy, that's an interesting design choice. I wonder if there is some sort of an ability or a passive or something that you can unlock that shows you health bars of the enemies or health bars of bosses, or is it simply by design that you can never be sure how much HP an enemy has left to increase the tension? Because at any point, you keep attacking and keep fighting because any of your attacks could be the one that finishes that enemy off. So you are less likely to run away or lose aggro or, you know? This is actually... I just realized why I'm having this much fun with this show. Because the game is well designed. It's such a simple thing, isn't it? It's such a simple answer. What makes a show or a light novel or a manga that is set in a game world good? The game itself being good. If the game makes no sense, then whatever is put within that game won't make much sense either. This is just a well-designed, well-rounded game. Yeah, I think this is a large part of why I'm enjoying it so much. I had that very same feeling with Log Horizon, that it's actually well designed and I would like to engage with those mechanics in the world, and I'm getting the same feeling here. I would like to engage with those mechanics. I would like to play this game or a game like this. I was arrogant, but not gonna give up that easily. Of course. Of course. Done. 2 levels. Another great shot of the hand stretching towards the camera. I really like those long camera shots. And it really helps that the entire piece of action takes place during golden hour, because the lighting is also really cool. 9 HP left, so 90 seconds, minute and a half. Of course, my HP is like one thing, but is there any loot left? Am I not missing anything? That's the most important bit. Yeah, level up quickly, then worry about your HP. Is this bridge CG? It is. But it looks good, so whatever. Yeah, can you buy an antidote? Probably, but where's the shop? Can you register a spawn point? Probably, but where? Those are all actual considerations you need to take into account. This is cool. If you're not allowed to own pets in real life, you can own a pet in-game. Right? It's a big drive towards this game, I guess, I assume. Not only, I'm not a fireball slinging mage in the real life, so I want to be a fireball slinging mage in the game, but also those tiny little things. They matter. And I've maneuvered myself into the role of advice-giving veteran. This is this is amazing. This is amazing. How to get a girl to call you by your given name. Use your given name as your NPC, as your player name in the game. This guy is just playing fucking 4-dimensional chess. And this is cool that Sanraku slash Rakuro Hizutome, he's not that unique. He's not the only one who fought the snake solo and had to rush towards the city for a spawn point or what have you. He's not the only one who goes for some sort of a meme build. He's not the only one who goes full agility and stamina and completely forgoes defense. Yeah, he's not the only one who sells off the armor at the start. He's not unique. He didn't figure out some, cheat build that allows him to completely cheese the game. No, he's not the only one. That's great. That's cool. The only thing that makes him unique in the context of this game is his experience with garbage games and the skill they allowed him to acquire. That's cool. I really like it. I really, really do like it. And even then, perhaps there are also other players who play a lot of Ksoge and also have those skills or similar skills to his and are also playing Shangri-La Frontier right now. Maybe he's not unique at all. That's cool. And yeah, Reiji had the chance to shine. Skip the dialogue. Yep. Get to the bed. Minecraft respawn. I really did not expect him to get any sort of armor. I really didn't. One, because it kind of sort of goes against his build. Two, because it just really doesn't happen in anime or manga or light novels. In light novels, less so, because there's no real visual part that needs to draw different pieces of gear. But in manga and in anime, it very rarely happens that a character changes the way they're dressed. Usually, they go wearing their starter gear all throughout the show. Or maybe they upgrade like once, like, I don't know, now Fumi in Shield Hero. He upgraded once in the other world, but now he's back to his barbarian armor. And his barbarian armor might be upgraded at some point, but that's essentially it. Raftalia is wearing the same clothes, again. Same goes for Sahet and Paladin. Meneldor and Will are constantly wearing the same exact gear. Why? Because having to draw those characters wearing brand new gear every couple of chapters or couple of volumes is harder, more time consuming, more expensive than just giving them singular look and keeping it. Also, singular signature look is, well, signature look, right? Like, you wouldn't give Kirito full plate armor and with a helmet because people wouldn't be able to recognize that, oh, he's Kirito, I like Kirito, so I'm gonna watch this anime because he's in the poster. In this case, it's not really a problem because he has this signature mask, signature bird mask, so whatever other gear he wears, he's still gonna be recognizable. It's actually a very cool thing that the author did with the mask, because it really opens the possibilities of wearing different gear and still having the signature look. Weapon shop. Nothing great, but yeah, it's crafting. That's the source of the best gear. What was the other game that had the best weapons come from crafting? Well, I say other game as if it was an actual real game. I think Arcade also had the best gear be crafted. Yeah, Arcade, because I remember mining a lot, and I remember getting my friend and looking for some secluded spot in the map to to plant trees, and then setting up a timer for when those trees are mature and ready to be chopped down so that nobody discovers that place and steals them. Ah, man, so many memories from Arcade, so many memories. Ore is fairly rare. Interesting that there is no ore veins. You just mine random rocks, and sometimes you happen to get a piece of ore. Mud frog. Someone's calling. I'm gonna call you back. Excuse me. Yeah, I thought that the pink border means a special enemy, kind of like that one Vorpal bunny also had a pink frame. So it might be an elite or something along those lines, but apparently not. Apparently, random frogs can also have it. Thrown weapons. That's a cool bit of a mechanic in the game, that you can actually throw your weapons. You disarm yourself, but if an enemy is escaping or running away or far away and charging some ability and is on 5 HP, you can throw your dagger or throw your sword or whatever and just finish it off. That's a cool mechanic. Again, it's a well-designed game. Simple as that. Bludgeoning or piercing. It's cool that, again, mechanics work in the game and are actually shown to be working. How the marsh actually slows him down to a walk. This is, again, another cool piece of detail. We're getting summer vacation, summer break, so there's gonna be more players. Duh, that's how it works in actual games, in actual MMOs. You get a surge of players whenever people have some free time. But in this case, it has some added consequences. One consequence being that we're probably not gonna have many scenes from like the real world of going to school. Maybe it's gonna show Rakuro taking off his headset and being like, "Oh, what a cool game!" And like we've seen in this episode, but that's basically it. Maybe Rei aka Kuon, aka Redhead, or however many names I gave her, if it's even her that I'm thinking of. Maybe she's gonna invite him somewhere from within the game. She's gonna be, you know, courageous enough because it's her avatar speaking, and they're gonna meet up in real world. I don't know, but there's probably not gonna be too much of the real world involved. And also, yeah, race for materials. So grab as much as you can, as quickly as you can. Marsh Coffin Fossil. And one piece of the fossil can give you 1 dagger, but apparently it can also give you 2 daggers. So how does it work? Does a dagger take half a piece of ore? Or can you use 1 piece of ore and dagger costs 1 piece of ore, and dagger akimbo, which counts as a single weapon, also costs 1 piece of ore? How does it work? I don't know. Item shop, weapon shop. After landing a critical, reductions to durability are temporarily halved. Yeah, it's, again, perfect for his playstyle. I like how heavy those weapons actually sound. Right? It sounds like he's actually picking up a slab of metal and moving slabs of metal in the air. Upgrading. Yep, you can raise your weapons to +1, +2, +3, what have you. I wonder if there's a mechanic of slots within the weapons so that you can embed some gems or runes or whatever within them. Probably. I mean, every MMO worth its salt has a mechanic like that. Also, a very interesting weapon to the right, this like half moon axe kind of thing. Huh. Yeah, some interesting weapons. Oh, I see a gun. Yeah, I see guns. Simple musket, it seems, and a couple of flintlocks. Cool. Oh, hasn't it been said at the beginning that this game gives you the... that the setting of this game essentially allows for the merger of fantasy and sci-fi? Because of some ancient ruins of advanced civilizations, so we might find some laser gun or what have you. Something along those lines. Yeah, it was said that something along those lines. Again, I'm repeating myself. I'm repeating something along those lines. I need to work on my vocabulary, I swear. This is a name of an ability, isn't it? Highest strength enchant hell flame apocalypse. Her in-game voice sounds different from her real voice, though. Yeah, so I wonder if Rakuro is just not going to recognize her. That's a possibility. Fighting a red cap again. Great animation. Great music in the background. Monster spawns change during the night. Nighttime monsters are much more ferocious and much more dangerous. Again, very cool mechanic. If the day and night cycle in the game coincides with the day and night cycle in real world, that would be cool. Because it means that the game kind of sort of discourages you from playing at night, encourages you to get a good night's sleep. But at the same time, if you have a party and you want to farm, it kind of encourages playing during the nighttime and killing the strong monsters. Yeah, this is just unfair. This is just unfair that an elite monster like that can summon other elite monsters. Usually when a monster or any sort of an enemy in a game can summon adds, those adds are weaker than itself, right? A red cap might be able to summon just forest goblins, for example. A dark wolf might be able to summon forest wolves. You know what I mean, right? But in this case, it's summoning more like itself. Is there any limit? Can each of those redcaps now howl and summon 5 more? It's gonna grow exponentially. And yeah, are you losing it? Are you thinking about running away? What the fuck has gotten into you? You haven't run away from Feria, you haven't run away from Odos Ksoge. Are you gonna run away now? Hell no. Well, now might be a moment to run out because you just encountered a unique monster or probably a world boss. A boss that just randomly appears, and they usually take at least in my experience from MMOs, at least a team of decently high level players, if not a full raid group. They're time limited, so we probably want a raid group. Is he gonna be able to solo it? Probably not. I fully expect Rei to arrive ex machina and help him form a party, and they're gonna fight together. I kinda thought that this is going to be her appearance. Either her appearance, she's gonna, I don't know, jump down from up high, pierce the sword through the ground, and there's that big light explosion, and it defeats all of those redcaps, or it may be some high-level mage smurfing in the low area or something along those lines. But no, it seems like monster versus monster EVE combat. That's cool. That's interesting. And something's going on with the servers. Oh, yeah, we know what's going on. Unique monsters dispatched. World story. So the story of the world progresses as people dispatch unique monsters. That's, again, just a cool mechanic, but also a cool thing to have in the show. A cool way to progress the story, progress the lore, and give the players, give the characters some sort of a, storyline. Storyline is the wrong way to put it. Plotline to follow, right? Because right now Rakuro doesn't really have a goal. Have fun in the game, that's his goal. But if it's actually a thing, when he defeats this unique monster and gets a notification, defeat another unique monster to progress the story of the world, or something along those lines, we have a goal. Right? And we have a story thanks to that. That's cool. Cool ending. Again, cool visuals. Cool music. SLF minis. This is a great beat. Reminds me of the... what's the name of the channel on YouTube? The guy who wears like those tiny little black sunglasses and makes music out of the weirdest sounds. Can't remember the name of the channel. Yeah, you've probably seen it in like your YouTube recommended or YouTube Shorts or what have you. You know who I mean. Probably, maybe. I'm not sure. This is cool, little bit. Creating a beat out of the strikes of his pickaxe and the frog. And this is just her waiting around and becoming a statue. There we go. There we go. That was episode 2 of Shangri-La Frontier, and I'm enjoying myself with every episode. I mean, what else can I say? It's just a good show. It's just a good show. It's a good story. It's taking place in a well-designed game. The characters are very much likable. I'm engaged at every single point. The animation is great. The art is great. The music is great. I don't know how high this show is on the seasonal tier lists that people vote for and whatnot, but if it's low, if it's below like top 3, it's gonna be the dark horse of the season that people will probably disregard because it's just another isekai. It's like, whatever, who cares? But this one is actually done well. It's actually done so incredibly well. I'm still in awe legit, I'm still in awe how well this is done, because it easily could have been a garbage cash grab of a series. Without all those effects, without all those good animations, the fight with the snake could just be the snake, the character, zoom in, slide around, shake, and that's the fight, like in many cheap isekai adaptations. But it's not. It's actual quality. This is actual fucking kino. I'm having fun. I'm having fun, and this is the most important part, I think. And I hope you guys are also having fun, because it's just such a fun series. Such a fun series. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything more to add to the topic. I just had fun, plain and simple. But maybe you guys have something more to add. If so, say so in the comments down below. What did you think of this episode, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that? No spoilers, please. Spoilers, go to my Discord here and also in the description below. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases of not only Shangri-La, but also Frieren, Shy, Undead Girl Murder Farce, Helk, Zom 100 whenever that comes out, Ancient Magus Bride, and plenty of others coming at you in the future. I also stream sometimes, so you might want to click the bell icon to be notified when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon, linked down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word, it costs you nothing and helps a lot. And also there's YouTube memberships and super thanks and stuff like that if you'd rather use that. And yeah, right now, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the list of my wonderful patrons: QB, Without a Net, Acropolis Survivor, Zetran, Zay, Rainer, Shoshu, Akuma, Sir Fassel, Davey, Dr. Watt, Marshik, and Hans Peter, and you can join them without having to defeat a world boss.